Hi, I'm Roger Garland, creator and founder of Car Clips. Car Clips is a revolutionary new product that will keep you from ever losing your car keys again. Let me repeat that. You will never lose your car keys again.
Dan, what are you doing?
Huh? Oh, sorry, I was attempting to commune with dark forces so we could escape this hellhole.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. That's the first thing I tried.
Damn it!
Guys, what was that noise?
It's the radio!
Welcome to another episode of Strangers in the Alps, a slasher podcast, where each week we pick a movie and talk about it in a mostly unfiltered fireside ramble. I'm Dan.
I'm waiting for my babysitter, Travis.
I'm Sam.
I'm Frank and my bedtime is 9.
Frankenbeans.
No, wasn't it 10?
It was until the incident.
Well, if it's 9, you're 30 minutes past bedtime. Let's do
I'm not gonna sing it.
rowdy catch-up.
I thought it was a howdy ketchup.
A howdy catch-up. A rowdy catch-up. Where it gets
She'll
really
be
rowdy
coming around
and
that
rowdy.
rowdy catch-up when she comes.
It's not a
She'll be
mustard.
going-
It's not a
She's what?
relish.
She'll
It's
be
a
going
rowdy
around that.
ketchup. All right, what do we do this week?
And that's where we lost everyone.
Who wants to jump in? Well, we've
Again.
already lost
I
everyone.
had 3 days off because I got tired. Thank you.
Whoa. Did you take like a rest
Yeah.
time off? What do you call that?
Yeah.
Not personal time. What do they call that?
PTO?
I think, like a pay time off.
PTO.
Nice.
Vacation. Staycation. I stayed
Did
home.
you have fun?
I did. I had to think about it. I did. I stayed home. And then on Sunday, I hung out with my friends, Travis included. We went to Smorgasburg. Smorgasborgen.
What the fuck is that?
It's like a food festival that happens every Sunday, but in downtown LA in that same area where you know how like American Apparel used to have the
Yeah.
warehouse sales.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's there.
At the produce, by the
Yeah.
big produce plant.
I don't like it. Okay.
It's
I like it.
underwhelming.
I like it. It's a statement.
It's under. Have you
Is
you
it
heard of that?
underwhelming because there's not enough to choose from, or
Yeah, a little bit of that, and it's just like it looks kind of like a swap meet. So it's like only a lane and a half of food, and then a small section for like arts and crafts and all that stuff.
Oh, so
Yeah,
it's
I
a
mean-
disappointing swap meet.
No,
That's
yeah.
cool.
I mean,
Yeah.
I will just say this, because it's the whole thing. I'm glad we went early when it opened because there was no traffic getting there. We found parking right away. If we went later on in the day and we had to like go through downtown traffic parking, I would have been like, why did we do this?
Yeah, because it opened at 10. We went at 11, and then we left at like 1, and that's when everybody started coming in.
so was it kind of like a farmer's market idea where you went to
It
different
was.
tables and they had like food that you
Yes.
could sample? You had to
No,
buy
eat.
it. You had to eat.
It was
Yeah.
it was
Did you
basic.
pay at one price to get in? Then
no,
you could
it was
have,
free to go in,
but you had to pay for
but
each,
pay for the
It
food.
was
Yeah.
basically like the county fair without the rides.
Yeah.
and not in the county.
Yeah.
Deal.
But
Do you ever been to one of those food? Ever been to one of those food truck, like
Festival?
66.
I've
festivals?
always
They've all-
wanted to do that. Oh well, yeah.
626
night market.
by
Night
in
market.
Santa Anita. That one's awesome.
Oh, yeah. We did that, not last year, the year before. That was pretty
We're
cool.
gonna go. You should come with us this year.
No.
Dan, you can't
Okay.
go, but yeah, Frank, you should
Oh,
come.
anyway, I went to
Because
see.
I don't want to go.
I saw Sisu.
I don't know
I
what
heard it's
Sisu
great.
is.
Who?
But
What?
Sisu.
Have you
one
seen?
more time and slow it down. Sisu.
SISU.
Have
What?
you seen There Will Be Blood? No, I'm sorry. Go on.
No, go.
No, I was gonna say like
not the same
No,
director.
you saw.
No.
Have you seen There Will Be Blood?
No, you saw.
I will
The,
drink your milkshake. No, I have not. Good.
you saw. I'm sorry. The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. You saw that one?
Yes, I did.
You know the Tom Waits sketch?
Yes.
Imagine that, but then Tom Waits fights Nazis at the end.
So it's about this gold miner who came across a bunch of gold, but the nearest bank was like 200 miles plus, so he
Yeah.
had to travel. And then he comes across Nazis, and then
Nazis.
Nazis.
Yeah.
And it's the same.
Nazis.
I think it's the same
Nazis.
producers with like John Wick, so
Yeah.
it's got that vibe.
I remember seeing that trailer before John Wick 4.
Yeah, and
It's
it's not
fun.
that much marketing for it, but I enjoyed it. It was only an hour and a half, and it was bloody.
Where did you see it?
Where the hell did I see it? Regal, Sherman
In a
Oaks.
theater?
In a theater.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the old ArcLight.
Yeah.
We've talked about this. That theater, no. It was,
Yeah, you had a bad
it was
experience
so
at Sherman
cool, but
Oaks,
it was
no?
so cool when they first opened it. It was
Yeah.
like the coolest theater
And
ever.
that's-
Now it's like old school. The seats don't do anything. It's crap, man.
Because that's the problem. Was when it first opened, yeah, it was state of the art. You had the double wide armrest. You know, it was fun. But then it's like now they never renovated it. They never did anything. So then you had all the other theaters like starting doing reclining seats, and ArcLight just kind of just stayed the same. And then it became Regal. They didn't update anything.
That's kind of like AMC Northridge.
Like, yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
yes.
Because like the carpet's
That
still
might
from
even
the 80s.
be worse though. AMC
It's so
Northridge.
bad.
Do you remember Fallbrook before they upgraded it?
No.
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 It was scary. It was like
It's
one of
still
those
kinda
old
scary
mall
now.
movie theaters where
Yeah.
the screen was the size of your
Yes.
like living room wall.
I haven't been
And
since
it was like
that.
super
Really?
old school seats. Oh no, Fallbrook's great now.
Really?
It's like super thick, comfortable seats.
Yeah.
But they even have
like
couch.
it.
They have
You like
couch
super thick?
seating, so you could like
Oh, no
sit
fucking
like
Love
way.
two
seats,
people
yeah.
with that love seats.
Don't
Thick love seats?
Thick
I can't
love
wait.
seats.
don't go late at night. I did it once. I forgot what I was watching, but I fell asleep.
Yep. I fell asleep on Quantum of Solace.
No.
I mean,
Spectre.
passed out. Oh, Spectre.
Spectre.
Sorry, it was. Wow,
How
it's
did-
funny you remember that.
Because I
But you
know.
guys, I
Were
think
you
they
the
went
one that
together.
It
woke
was
me
the
up?
couch.
Yeah, I woke you up. You were
Damn,
snoring.
It's a James Bond movie. Wake up.
Oh, it's my favorite too.
So, Frank,
Yes.
what have you been doing over the
Don't
last
tell me
week?
what to do. Okay.
Tell us about your feelings.
Feelings.
So,
Tell us about your feelings.
Feelings.
So it's great.
Numb.
The reason why the second half of Scream 6 was late is because one of my
Screevy.
fillings fell out
Oh man.
and
God.
exposed the root. So that was fun.
Yeah.
But I'm better now.
Were you eating? Wait, were you eating something and then it fell out?
Yes,
or-
I was.
Were you having
Popcorn
some
kernels?
Yes, I
taffy?
was. No. It's not the 60s, Dan. We don't eat taffy no more.
That's what got Dan. Oh my god. Taffy.
We don't eat no taffy no more.
Other than that, though,
Don't eat no taffy no more. Isn't that a Tom Petty
It's a
song?
Dolly Parton song.
Oh, I thought it was Tom Petty.
I went mini golfing at Castle Park. That was a lot of fun.
Castle Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't
Which
been there in a
course
while.
did you take? 1, 2, or 3?
2 and 3. We went 3 and then 2.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
Threw us for a loop there.
Yeah, I know.
Whoa.
It's insane.
Was it packed? Testing
No,
it.
no, it was on a Thursday, so it wasn't too bad. I mean, I was still in pain, so that was annoying. But I mean,
Distraction.
yeah, it helped. It helped calm down. Like I was on a shit ton of Tylenol, extra strength, but that was my week.
Man.
Nothing else.
Pain level 1 to 10
10
Right.
being best.
Right now, it's at a
on
2.
Tylenol. Oh, okay, good.
Oh, you're on a 2 now?
Yeah,
That's pretty
yeah,
good.
yeah.
What was it at first?
At first, it was a 9,
Ooh.
and then
Oh.
yeah, and I was trying to
Ooh.
sleep. It was late.
Throbbing.
Yes.
And
yes.
your teeth.
And then the
Kinda feel
pain
it
was
pulsing.
also. I was up.
I see what he did there.
I only got 2 hours of sleep that night because it took forever for the pain meds to
And
kick
then
in.
his tooth hurt too, so it kept him up.
Yes.
Ba-dum-bum.
Yes, there was a lot of bum. But
I'm so glad you're feeling better.
thank you. Oh, we also finished
Shut
Beef
up.
finally on Netflix. It's a
Yeah?
very good show. Yes.
I'm putting a pause on that because of all the controversy.
I've
What
heard
kind-
a lot
oh,
of good things
yeah.
about beef, but I guess I'll wait because I may be speaking out of turn if there's controversy, and I should.
But, I mean, it's good, right?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, the controversy is mostly in
On the
regards to
secondary.
like a secondary character.
Oh, okay.
I think you could still enjoy it. I mean, as with most art, I think for most art, you could probably separate the artist or the artists from
I don't know. For
the
this
art.
one, it's kind of hard
This
to.
one- yeah, I guess so. I mean,
Have you heard of it? I mean, of the
I've heard of
controversy?
beef, but I don't know the
You can
controversy.
cut this
No.
out. But one of the one of the secondary actors, like, because he's an artist, and then he went on an interview and joked that he raped a journalist.
That's not funny.
It's not.
No.
And he kept joking about it.
Yeah, I mean,
But is it
even
true?
even before.
Oh,
Oh, I think he said it's not true, but I'm not sure if it's
he's
not
a
true.
freaking idiot.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a little bit of a fine line in all of that because he did apologize before the show even came out. He apologized around the time the thing itself came out, but there's still issues with that specific actor. Like he's from what I looked into, he seems to be kind of a
yeah.
He seems to enjoy being.
He's like a shock.
Yeah, a shock kind of person.
Artist.
Gotcha.
He's not even an actor. He started off as an artist who did the murals at Facebook.
Oh, okay.
And then Eh.
But anyway, Steven Yeun and
Steven, I still think it's worth watching.
Yeah.
I don't think it's anything as bad as. I mean, it's problematic for sure, but it's more of an optics thing and less of a criminal acts kind of thing, which I think would be a little harder to, like, ignore.
yeah,
Like, I wouldn't watch something like, say, Birth of a Nation.
yeah, no,
Not the original.
No.
I mean the recent-ish one. I wouldn't watch that, but I mean, I'd watch something else.
I've never seen Birth of a Nation, but I feel like I always see the same clip every time I do see a clip from Birth of a Nation. Did I say Birth of a Nation, or did I?
no, you said it.
Yeah.
Also that.
Okay. What did I do? Well, I was going to talk about my microwave story, but I don't know if we have enough time. So our microwave just went out last week. Just stopped working. I mean, it kept making the noise like it was working, but nothing was getting hot.
Did you leave your pasta in there again?
So we ordered a new one from Best Buy. I went and picked it up, and just a quick story, installed it, turned it on, it went. I said, I don't think it's supposed to sound like that.
Dan?
So I packed it back up, took it back to Best Buy, and said, we don't want this. And so Joni and I on Sunday went on a microwave search. You would think you could easily find a microwave, but the size we needed was very specific. So we went back to Best Buy, bought another one just like the one that we had, an LG, and we turned it on. It went, nice.
Dan,
that microwave sound.
I'm going to ask you this.
That's my microwave story.
How does one install a microwave? I thought you just plugged it in.
Well, I mean, it goes. We have a
dish, right?
We have a built-in place for it.
Oh,
we're not countertop here, man. We're a high tech.
You got to start with that one because I thought you literally meant installing a microwave.
I'm sorry.
You got to connect the gas.
I today went to see Evil Dead Rise.
What?
Saw it with Brian, our good friend and Satellite 12 universe buddy.
Nice.
And before we saw the extended theatrical trailer of Indiana Jones, da-da-da-dun-da-da, I got to tell you, man, I think it looks really good.
I'm excited.
Indy?
I do.
Yeah.
I'm very excited and surprised because after Crystal Skull, I was ready to bury that franchise.
I thought they canceled that one. I thought it never came out.
I'm sure they're gonna gloss it over. I'm not gonna mention anything.
Yeah, I'm upset because it's my favorite. But
Crystal Skull? Yeah.
No.
I was just like, but this looks really, really good. Like it's, like, right? Have you guys? I'm sure you've all
I've seen the
I've
trailer.
seen it so many times.
I'm very excited. Very
I love
excited.
Phoebe. I could never remember her
Waller-Bridge.
name. I love her.
That's a great catch having her. I
Yeah.
think she looks really great.
Did you ever watch Fleabag?
I did not.
Oh, you should watch it. It's
yes.
only 2 seasons, but it's good. I think it's
I
based on her
should.
play, but
Yeah, Frank.
And then
it's too much effort.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to jump into one other thing, which I think is really cool. So Joni and I went last Saturday night to Pasadena Playhouse, and we saw A Little Night Music, which is a musical by Stephen Sondheim. That's not why I'm telling you this. I'm telling you because you know who the star of it was, and I didn't even realize it until I was sitting down and looking at the program.
Michael Richards.
No, it was Merle Dandridge.
Oh, no way.
And who is Merle Dandridge, Travis?
Rochelle.
Okay. Who is Merle Dandridge? I know you. I said to Joni, Frank will jump all over this.
She's Marlene in The Last of Us, the game and the show.
Right.
Oh.
oh, nice.
And so I didn't catch it at first because I was just sort of watching, just kind of flipping through the program. And Joni goes, "Oh my God, look at the read Merle Dandridge bio." And I'm like, "Really?" And I started looking. She goes, "Yeah, keep reading." And I went, "Oh my God. Oh my God."
That's so cool.
Yeah, she was great. She's very talented. But it was just, I just kept watching going, wow, you're in The Last of Us, which is like my favorite
Dan,
TV show. I just love it. You know Pedro.
You didn't catch it at first. You caught it when you got bitten. I've never heard that laugh before.
That's my fake laugh.
That laugh is like when you would watch like those like '90s like kid power movies, and they had like the bully.
Yes,
it had
that's
like
exactly
the bully
right.
that would always.
Exactly.
What's like the bully in the Christmas Story?
That laugh is so fake in that movie. They must have laid that over. That's not the kid's laugh, right?
No.
So, Travis, did you do yours already? I'm hoping.
No, because I didn't.
Same.
I'm hoping you already did what you did this week. Nothing, right? Built furniture?
I mean, other than Sam, our adventure with our friends, they let me go sometimes. But
I needed a driver.
yeah, they need a driver. It was good. What else? What did I do? I've been playing Alan Wake, the video game.
Nice.
It's pretty fun. It's
Al and Wick?
no Alan Wake.
Oh, I don't know what it is.
It's good. It's good. That's about it. I was playing some of that.
You bought a desk.
Oh yes, I bought it.
I said
Thank
more
you.
furniture.
No, let
Right?
me
Did you have to
tell
build
you.
it?
Yes, but if you thought IKEA instructions were bad, this one, I'll see if I can post the instructions online. This one, step 1, find the leg. I was like, okay. Step 2, now that your table's built, put the top on it. I was like, I'm sure it would take any person 15 minutes to build this, but it took me an hour.
Wait,
And my-
show them the photo.
And my point was, I wanted to
Yeah,
get
show our listeners the photo.
no, I wanted to get a simple desk because I was like, I don't use it to.
There's no such thing as
Yeah,
simple
I
when you
thought
have
he
to
was
build it.
exaggerating
Look,
with the
step one,
instruction, but
Step 2. And then step 3, it's like, okay, now that you're,
Now that your desk is finished,
yeah.
put your computer on top.
Okay.
No, that's all I've got to say about that.
And that's fine. So this has been a rowdy catch-up. That's all I'm singing.
Okay.
wow.
Howdy.
A
Now-
howdy catch up.
Enjoy The Babysitter.
And this week, we watched...
The Babysitter.
So what's the log line?
Well, streaming now
Talk
on
into the
Netflix. I thought I forgot. Hold on, let me lower it.
Okay. We watched The Babysitter.
Streaming now on Netflix.
And what's the log line, Travis?
It is a 12-year-old Cole finds out his beloved babysitter belongs to a murderous satanic cult of teenagers. Cole must put his crush for his babysitter aside and escape their grasp before they sacrifice him for personal gain.
I have to say right now, that's the cleanest first take Travis has ever done on a log line.
We do not do multiple takes.
Can we please give an applause to Travis? Let's hear it for Travis.
This is a
Very
first.
nice. Don't clap for yourself,
And
Travis. Very nice.
The
Very
difference
nice of
is
that.
he had a little bit of Jim Beam today, so I think going forward,
And the
that's
other-
Did he get
have
a little
sip
sippy
of
sippy
Jim
of that
Beam.
a little
Jim Beam?
sippy sip. Yeah.
And
No, he had the Jim's beans.
Oh yeah, Jim Beans.
I'm just happy we're in the Alps, not the Alp, like we were last
We
week.
made it to 2 Alps.
We're actually in multiple
One
Alps.
grew.
Now there's enough room for all of us.
Hey, why are you so interested in my Alps?
So that's the movie. That's the sort of
My
log
Alps.
line
My
/
Alps.
summary of the movie. Let's go through our initial thoughts. Before we saw the movie, what we
Or
thought the movie was going to
What
be
we
like.
thought we were getting into.
Right. So why
What
don't
did
you
you think?
start, Travis?
I knew that it was a Netflix movie.
I did not know that.
I knew it was.
Wait, does that mean it was never in the theaters?
It
Yeah.
was supposed to be. It was actually shot in 2015, but then Netflix picked it up, and released it in 2017.
So it actually, but that's pre-pandemic, so it actually just didn't make it to the
It
theaters.
didn't. It didn't make it, and I think too it was on that like blacklist in like 2014 of like which is the
I'm frowning right now for those who can't see my face.
no, it's
Blacklist? What is this, 1950s?
no. It's a different kind. So what they call it is, I think I might be saying it wrong, but it's that list that they come up with every year with like
The blacklist.
The blacklist.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the most popular unproduced scripts. Yeah, that. Yeah.
And that's called the Blacklist?
Yep.
Yeah.
Versus the
White list.
white or gold list?
Why does it always have to be white, Dan?
I don't know, because I'm white.
That's fair. Yeah, that makes sense.
But,
All right, so tell us. Wait, where were we at?
no,
Initial
that's,
thoughts.
that's
Initial thoughts.
that-
Thank you,
That's
Sam.
what it was. This was my second time watching it. I saw it in 2017. I think I was just at home, and
What did you think? Did you have a pre-thought, or were you already? You just stumbled into it, or what?
What happened was, where I worked, like Bella Thorne came in, and people were like, "Oh, that's Bella Thorne." I was like, "Who?" And then that's why it was there. And
Same.
I just saw it, and I kind of knew that, like, I'm familiar with Mick G, like the director, and I was like, "Oh, if anything, it'll be entertaining. Why not? So I think, like I said, I was just bored at home. I was like, okay, cool. Like a slasher horror movie, what this is. I don't really remember exactly, Dan. This was in like 2017. But I just was like, you're on Netflix and you see something and you just watch it.
What did McG do? His name.
Mick G did Charlie's Angels and Charlie's Angels Full Throttle.
Oh.
He did Terminator Salvation.
Is that the one with Christian Bale?
Yes, he's done a few. I mean, everyone knows his style. It's a very and it's even shown in here. It's a very commercial, stylistic. He almost kind of has like the Michael Bay.
I'm sorry. I was texting with our
I'm sorry. Are you
our
busy?
Satellite 12 universe friend Brian.
I'm sorry. Are you busy?
Because he's watching
do you have something else
the
to
Dodger
do?
game and asked me if I was watching the game. So I was texting him. What were you?
Let me open the door. You can go watch the game. We'll go talk about this movie. If you have something else to do, go ahead. I'm not going to repeat what I said.
Oh my God!
You missed it.
His
No, we were talking about
payback.
the director McG, and I said,
Who's McG?
He did Charlie's Angels Full Throttle,
Aren't you glad I'm here?
Terminator Salvation.
Did he do this movie?
Yeah, he did this one. He's done a lot
He
of.
also-
Did he do Ready or Not?
No.
No, that's Radio Silence.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
He also did the.
I thought the guy
pilot
did
for
just
Chuck.
did Ready
Yeah,
or Not.
no. Samara Weaving is in
Yeah.
Ready or Not.
Oh my God.
But no, I was saying he has a his style is very he's very stylistic. It's very commercial, almost like music video.
I was thinking more of like Edgar Wright, but like hip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say
hipster.
Hipster Edgar Wright. Like, hey,
I don't know why.
Yes.
This is crazy. I actually
Really?
thought that. This is crazy, Frank.
Really?
I actually thought the director was the same guy who did Ready or Not, and I'll explain why later. And you and I actually had a conversation about this yesterday, and you did not correct me.
Oh, I know. I thought it was hilarious. I wanted you to say it on air. And now we're even.
I will
And
say,
Brian says in the text, you get service from that cabin all the way in the mountains? Wow.
Brian save us.
Brian in our universe.
P.S. Brian, please help us.
Of all
Brian,
the
get us out of here.
overproduced music video
Yeah.
directors, I would say McGee's probably one of the better ones.
Yeah, 100%.
He still has the record of making the only entertaining Charlie's Angels movie.
Well, and I will say this.
There's that.
I was a little underwhelmed at
We'll
first.
always
I'm going to
have
say
that.
it. Don't attack me. And I think the director's cut's a little better. Terminator Salvation has kind of grown on me a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
I would
Hold
agree.
on. What's your first
Sam,
initial
did
thought?
you do your initial thoughts already?
No.
Yeah,
What did
want
you
me to
think
do
you were
mine?
getting into?
Yeah, what did you think about Charlie's
I
Angels?
can do mine if you want. Sam, do you want me to jump in?
Wait, so are we doing initial thoughts or were we getting stuff?
Initial
the same
thoughts.
thing.
Initial,
Initial
okay.
thought. Do you want to go or do you want me to go? Okay.
I heard about it a long time because it's always popped up in my Netflix queue, but I never really cared for it because I don't like Bella Thorne.
Which one is that?
The
The
cheerleader.
cheerleader.
Oh, okay.
She was the opening kill in Scream, the TV series.
Oh, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
so-
did great there.
Yeah.
And
I didn't
Samara
have-
Weaving. Sorry.
Don't be knocking Samara Weaving.
I'm saying
No,
she
no,
was
he's
also
saying-
in Scream 6.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
They were talking about Scream.
Sorry, didn't mean to jump there.
But I didn't have initial thoughts. I just. It was
They were
there.
not good thoughts. You were like,
They
I
were
don't
not
want
good
to
thoughts.
watch this. You didn't want to
No,
think
I
about
didn't,
it.
I didn't really care. It's like if I watch it, I watch it. But I don't. At
Well,
that time, I just never really want. I
If
didn't care
we
for
never,
it.
and I'm guessing if
yeah.
we never did it, you would
I
have never
wouldn't watch
watched
it.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
Which apparently there's a sequel for this too. I didn't
Yeah.
know about.
Yeah.
Babysitter 2.
Well, we'll
With,
get into that later.
same
but-
characters.
So, Frank, what were your
And
initial?
Oh, Jenna Ortega.
Yeah.
What are you? Really?
Yeah,
Mhm.
she's in the sequel.
She's like one of the friend group.
I didn't see the trailer.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
What? I mean, I
Dan,
like
what did
Jenna
you-
Ortega. Don't get me wrong. What are your initial thoughts, Frank? I'm going last.
I didn't have too much knowledge of it when I went into it. I saw it like early pandemic because it was something to watch. Mostly because Samara Weaving was in it, and I just watched Mayhem, and she was
I forgot
really
she
good
was
in that.
in
Oh,
that.
Stephen Yeun?
Yeah,
Yeah, I forgot.
but also then when I found out,
Body. Sorry.
no,
we're gonna leave that in
No,
there.
there was when we watched Scream 6 and Samara Weaving came. Some guy behind me was like, "Whoa!" He was like, "My God!" I was like, "Calm down, buddy."
Yeah, but then I found out also that McGee had directed it, so I was like, okay, I'll watch it. I love the Charlie's Angels movies. They're really really campy.
They know
but they're
what
also
they
fun.
are.
Yeah, and if you've ever seen the extended cut of Charlie's Angels 2, it doesn't fix it, but it's I think it's more fun.
Like
Then-
Terminator Salvation.
But yeah, that was pretty much it. It was mostly like a blind watch because I was like, oh, she's in it. Let's watch this.
How about you, Dan?
Yeah, I honestly, when you guys said we're watching The Babysitter, I typed it in and like 5 different Babysitter movies shot up.
Such a unique
So
title, though.
I really
Not The Adventures of Babysitter.
I didn't know what movie I was supposed to watch, so I think I texted out to somebody like, "What Babysitter am I watching?"
You know, there's
Because if you type in The Babysitter, there are literally 4 or 5 movies that shoot up.
You know, Dan, you could have just. There's 3 rooms in this cabin. You could have just said, "Hey." What are we? But Dan,
Wait a minute, you're right. I didn't need to text that.
I feel like this one was a little different because you started with saying there's 5 different ones. I feel like in some episodes we can probably just copy out your audio and just place it in because it's always
Jaws 2.
Yeah, no, Jaws 2, or I had never heard of this before, so I said, hey, this is a movie we're watching.
I didn't watch
a
the
trailer. Yeah.
I mean, the truth is, I don't know what my pre-thoughts were. I mean, The Babysitter. Okay, probably a babysitter goes bad is what I was thinking.
Dan, I'm
Go ahead.
sorry.
You raised your hand?
No,
Go,
I'm sorry,
go,
Dan.
go.
Can you repeat yourself? I just got a text about the Dodger game. And
what's the score?
I didn't
Do
hear
you know what the
anything.
score
I
is?
didn't hear anything you said.
Is Brian staying?
I heard they won yesterday or something. The dog
They did
years.
win yesterday, like
Yeah.
9-3.
Won what?
A game.
One night.
A game.
They
Frank.
got a touchdown.
They won a
One
game.
night.
They got a touchdown, so we're all good.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Dan. I didn't mean to cut you
They
off.
kicked the ball.
I will say I didn't have a really much of a pre-thought outside of what I just said. I think it's a babysitter possibly going bad, something going wrong. When I saw that Samara Weaving was in it, I was like, wow, we're doing a Samara Weaving film festival here, aren't we? Mm-hmm. And I mean, we can talk about Ready or Not at another time, but
You also thought it was from your pre-thoughts. You're like, all right, another film by Radio Silence, the directors of.
I did. I thought it was the same people who did
What was
Ready
the
or
text?
Not.
What was the text?
Because
No, he told
we-
me on the phone, and I
we
thought it
were
was funny.
talking yesterday, and I was
Wow.
like, wow, I can see a real similarity between these 2 movies. And if anybody who's seen Ready or Not in this movie, you would have to agree that tone-wise, I think they're very similar in terms of just
And you let him.
their
I thought it
use
was
of
funny.
humor and gore are very similar.
Yeah, that's true.
I
I could see that.
always happy to see Samara, though. I really, really
Our
like
girl.
her.
Was
I
Ready or
think
Not
she-
the first time you'd seen her?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Yes.
Same for me.
I'm just gonna say,
And I very much like her.
Dan and
Yeah.
I.
Very much. I love her in this genre.
She's
very
Australian,
much.
isn't she?
Yes,
Yes.
she is.
Dan
Yeah.
and I have this thing on Mondays where, like, on my drive home from work, we're coming back to the
We
cabin.
call it the drive, I think.
Yeah, we call it the drive. Him and I will just
They just
chat.
walk around the cabin outside.
Yeah,
No, we're not driving or anything. Walking around.
we get firewood.
briskly.
We get the firewood for the week.
Frank
Exactly.
and I was like, oh, they're at it again. Mm-hmm. Let them be. Anyway, the
Go
drive.
ahead. Go ahead. Finish, Travis.
I just said
We have
just,
this thing.
Yeah, we just talk about we don't talk about the movies. We just I don't
That
know.
is true.
We do not. We
Just tiptoe around
And
it.
It's always the
and
same.
clearly you don't correct me on anything because I thought the same guy made those 2 movies.
No, I see. It's not funny when I'm trying to, Mr. Oh, did you play the video game? Now you know how it feels. But a lot of this starts with a lot of it was Dan. Dan will pick up the phone. He'll be like, who picked this week's movie?
I did. I asked who picked this week's movie. He said, you know.
Let's talk about this week's
And
movie
I said,
now.
I don't remember. He said, Frank did. I said, okay.
We should do this thing. I'm sorry, where like we say who picked the movie and why. That'd have been cool.
Okay, Frank, why?
What a great idea.
Thank you.
Quite honestly, because we had talked about Scream 6, and I was like, Samara Weaving was in The Babysitter. We should talk about that.
Oh, that's a great choice.
Yeah.
So
So Dan was right. We are doing a Samara Weaving
I
retrospective.
love it. So, okay, so that's our initial thoughts. So let's jump in. Let's do some.
Burn.
I mean, we can
I
break
can't,
it
my
down by
legs
acts.
are
I
weak.
don't think there's a lot. I mean, yeah, let's do it by act,
Well,
I guess.
I mean, Act
Yeah.
1 is just simply we get introduced to Cole, who he's in the gym and he's afraid to get a shot. He doesn't like, and we just kind of, it's like the stereotype, like, it's like the wimpy, nerdy kid at the school, no friends, everyone thinks he's a wuss, everyone makes fun of him. He gets bullied, but his babysitter
shows up, and she's super hot. And
defends them.
Exactly.
And you could tell that they have a connection because they have nicknames for each other.
Right.
And they do the ET.
They have a history.
Yeah, and the way they
being
talk.
Together.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess you find out.
And she's super cool. Like, she's like the coolest babysitter
she has
ever.
like a Bronco.
Her intro is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess
just shy of having a hose and just being hosing down like bikinis and car wash.
Yeah. Going on.
She is Stacy's mom. Yeah.
That was the style of cinematography here. Stacy's mom has got it going on. Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah. Fountain of Wayne.
Yeah, so I guess, and then you find out that Cole
McGee's Fountain of Wayne.
He probably directed the music video.
Yeah, there you go. He's a drummer.
Yeah, so...
Well, he did executive produce Pussycat Dolls Present Girlicious, so...
There you go.
Sam, come back. Come back.
So, Cole,
Guys, we're no longer speakers of the Alps. We're Girlicious at the Alps.
How did we become this?
I'm going to change our group name right now.
So you find out that Cole, his parents have been going away a lot of weekends because they're going on the retreats.
They might get a divorce.
Yeah, they might get a divorce.
They're sad retreats.
Yeah, the scene where, like, she's, like, reading the book. Doing things
while doing the handy.
Yeah,
the bitty baddies.
Yeah, handy.
The bitty baddies.
Yeah, that was awkward.
Yeah.
That sitting in the bed and getting the casual hand job. That was like, what?
Yeah.
And the dad
if it's
was
that casual, I can tell you right now, that's not happening in my house. If it's that casual, if you're not even like really like even looking, you're just like, hey, I'm watching TV, and by the way, I'm doing this. No, that's not happening.
That's so sad.
But weren't they super cool parents? Like, he was so cool. Are we going to drive today? Ooh, I don't feel ready. Okay, son, someday
ready or not?
you will. They were such cool parents. Like, why is this kid such a wimp? They're such cool parents.
I
The way
like
the
how
mom pretended not to freak out that he said pussy. She's
He
like,
said pussy.
she's like, don't say the R word.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then later, he's like,
but then when
he said
the kid
pussy.
walked away,
Yeah, she's like, oh, God.
But I would even say with him, like, he doesn't. I like how they like, oh, he's nerdy because he wears a short side and he wears glasses. Because even then, I'm like, he's not that wimpy and nerdy looking
think
of
he
a
was
kid
either.
at all.
No.
I was like,
He was
everyone,
a cute kid.
Yeah,
He is a cute kid,
every character in this film was like straight out of like Dawson's Creek.
and the neighbor was adorable. The
I
girl,
agree.
Melanie.
The one
She was
neighbor,
super
Melanie.
cute,
The
super
one- yeah.
neat.
Yeah.
and their bond is cute too.
She's in Chucky.
The one neighbor,
The TV
because
show?
no one else in the neighborhood is present at any other time while things are blowing up. And
That was okay. You jumped like
I'm
five
just saying.
But so
17 acts.
Not to end the setup of the story, but I mean, it's a very classic setup. Poor guy, he really doesn't fit in. Ooh, he's got a super hot babysitter, and they're best friends. And we see him playing games and have this cool background. And I'm not saying this, and it sounds like I'm making fun of it, but I actually thought it was a very clean setup. That made me go, okay, I'm on board. I get the rules. I get the idea. And yes, I know shit's coming down.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was coming down, but I knew
Something's
this
up.
was not going to play out without some shit
You
going
let
down.
us into it though, because so they're hanging out because I guess Cole's parents are going on one of their sad
Romantic
retreats for romantic retreats to rekindle their marriage.
They're sad
To get some cabin hand jobs.
Yeah. So they leave and
they have the best night ever.
yeah, and she and B, her name, B, the babysitter, she tells Cole, hey, like, it's your bedtime. Would you like some alcohol? Like, what does she give
how
him?
about a shot
Like a
of-
shot of bourbon or something? I don't know. Jim Beam.
Wait a second. You gave us bourbon, or you gave us a shot.
You
I'm
will be
feeling
passing
woozy.
out.
Oh no.
You will both be passing out very soon, and Travis and I will finish this podcast.
God,
I've
not
always
again.
wanted
He
to.
had a sip, so he's gonna be very, very loopy. Did you guys expect? Well, yeah. Well, did you guys expect something was happening with the shot?
Yes.
Yeah. Same.
I feel like in this film it was very obvious a lot of the setups of things that happen, like, oh, let me put the knife in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
But I feel like its setups were very obvious of like, oh yeah, he has this car, everything. But I feel like for whatever reason, the one I didn't catch was the drink.
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't either until he dumped it into the bush or the plant. When he dumped it, I thought,
That's gonna come back.
okay, that's going to come back and play somewhere.
But
I wasn't. I'm sorry, Sam.
no,
go ahead.
go. No,
I was real quick. I was going to say I wasn't bothered by the obvious setups. I actually appreciated it because I felt like, okay, this is the kind of movie it is.
Did it make you feel like it was like one of those 80s movies that you
Yes.
grew up watching? Yeah.
Which I like that though. I
John
thought that was
Hughes movie.
Yeah, like
exactly. It was like a
with
John
murder.
Hughes
It was
movie.
almost. It almost gave me some of the vibes of like The Burbs or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. So I was fine with all
Tom
that.
Hanks.
But yeah, no, I
Is an actor, yes,
When
we
they
know.
dumped it into when he dumped the plant, and she came back and says, "Oh yeah, I drank it." I thought, yeah, okay, that's gonna come back
Yeah.
and play.
And then your second thought was, damn, that plant's gonna get drunk.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
That plant's
no,
gonna die.
that plant's gonna fall
foreshadowing.
over. It's
Might
gonna fall
die. Okay, so now it's Betty.
He's
it's
into
Betty
sleep.
by time.
He goes to sleep. Oh no, you think he goes
to bed. And okay, let me just back up real quick
Oh,
because
yeah.
there's a
Or-
scene
yeah.
with his friends saying, "Oh, you should like
In the school bus, yeah.
stay up and see what's going on with your babysitter because I bet some cool stuff's happening."
Your parents.
I thought that was sort of odd,
Yeah.
only because I thought, I mean, okay.
No, it was odd.
I don't know that I need that.
What do you mean?
Well, when there was like, wasn't there a whole dialogue
No,
where
it was-
Oh,
oh,
you
It
should
was a
stay
little
up.
flipped. He was telling her that he was gonna stay up.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, that was his plan. He was like curious about what goes on after he goes to sleep.
It was the
Okay,
transition that was a little awkward. She's
Gotcha.
like, your parents aren't the only ones having sex.
Yeah.
Your babysitter is too.
Oh, that's what I'm talking
Your
about.
babysitter.
That's what I'm
yeah.
And then
talking about.
when he was-
okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And
That's
then he
okay.
looked up orgy,
Oh yeah.
And then he saw one.
and then he saw one.
So then he sneaks out of his bedroom, and
He heard something, yeah.
It's
he
very much like
sits up on
Santa
the-
with the presents, and it's like creeping down.
He sits up in the landing of his house of his house, and he peeks through the dowlings
yeah.
or whatever of the banister, and he's like looking down, and he's watching what appears to be a very innocent game of spin the bottle with Samara and
Oh.
her friends.
We missed.
B.
We missed
Sorry,
a beat.
B and
Hold
her
on.
friends.
Oh, we missed when they're watching the movie.
No.
And, oh,
The car.
It was when Cole saw B with another guy.
oh yeah, the nerdy guy when they're leaving the convenience store.
Yeah,
I
and
I missed that as well.
He fell asleep.
No, I was. How did I miss
Text.
that?
You
were
I
on your
don't-
phone.
I
You were
actually do
texting.
not remember that.
Baseball.
Yes, he was like he saw her. I think it was at school, right? He saw her. He looked through the fence and saw her at a
Liquor store. Or
a
something.
liquor store, and she was like trying to schmoozing with this like really nerdy guy, and you could tell that he was kind of jealous in a way. And then you're kind of like, who is this guy?
Sam, I just put it together. It was the same guy. I was like, oh yeah, that's the same guy.
You saw this twice.
5 years apart.
Doesn't matter.
6
so
years.
then when he was
I totally missed that. Honestly, I didn't.
yeah,
I
so
did
then
not see that.
fast
I
forward
wish I
when he
would have.
was when he was spying that he saw the nerdy guy walk in.
See,
He's
when
like,
I
oh, it's that-
when I saw that
Hey.
scene, I
You.
looked at the other kid and I was like, "Who's that guy?"
Yeah.
Now
yeah,
I know.
like truly don't
He
belong.
doesn't fit in.
No,
Okay,
not at all.
so what is cooler though? Just to back up 10 minutes of the movie. What is cooler than they're reenacting a scene from Billy Jack?
Yeah,
Oh,
Billy
that was
Jack.
I mean,
so
for
cool.
me,
What?
that was my
What-
youth,
what
The
man.
movie?
Western, the one
Billy
with the kick.
Jack was
I'm gonna kick
my-
you in the face.
When I was like 10, 11
Huh?
years old, my dad took me to see Billy Jack, and that was the
Billy
coolest
Joel?
movie ever.
No, it's the movie they're watching on the projector, and they reenact.
I see what you
Yeah,
mean.
and they
yeah,
do
yeah.
the. I'm gonna kick you in the
I'm
face.
gonna hit you in the face, and there's nothing you can do
But that
about it.
scene
That's
was
such
very
a
cool.
classic
Yeah,
scene.
I like
I think
it.
a lot of that early setup was really good at
Yeah.
showing you that there is an actual bond between the
absolutely.
two. Like as we go later into the movie, like there's a little bit of a question about whether
Yeah.
she was sincere.
Yeah.
But I think those early scenes really do help
Cement, yeah.
cement, but also confuse you at first because it's like, wait, she did a really good job at
Right.
doing that. Was that sincere? Or was she just
Setting it up.
Yeah, setting that up.
Yeah, we'll get back to that
When we get
as
back
we get
to
later
it.
into the movie. But so he is on the banister. He's watching this spin the bottle scene, and it's all very kind of sexy.
Cherry
and
pies playing
she
or
does
something
a
like
whole,
that.
She makes out with another girl, and it's all
Oh, we
very
gotta set up-
hot and
so
very
there's the
cool.
cheerleader,
Right,
jock, the nerdy guy, B,
right.
and then the Asian like artist, tortured
so-
soul
yeah.
kind of girl
Right.
Hot
who was
top.
perfect.
Oh yeah, Hannah Mae Lee.
Yeah,
Never
With
seen
a
one of
bird.
those.
No, I think you should watch the first one. The first one's good.
It's
Everything
very
else
funny.
sucked.
It's
I
an
will
anti-musical.
I will
It's very
do
fun.
that. I
Yeah.
will do that. I don't like anti-musicals.
But it is.
It's a musical that's an anti-musical trying not to be a musical,
Oh,
and
I
then by
like
the
it.
end, it's like, oh, I'm a musical.
Oh,
Okay.
no, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I'm actually a musical.
Yeah. Oh, no, I've gone cross-eyed.
So we're watching this spin the bottle, and it goes around, then finally it spins to nerdy guy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, let's just jump to what happens.
she was truth or dare. She said dare, and then I think the jock dared her to kiss everybody in the
Yeah.
circle. Right. So
So
he was the last one that
Comes
she
around a
had
nerdy guy, and we think, okay, she's going to give nerdy guy the kiss of his life, and instead she takes two big old butcher knives and shoves them into his frickin' skull.
And
That was
that's
great.
when we
That was
all
great.
go, wah, wah, wah.
And it's not. It's like
Wait a
it's like
second.
Evil Dead.
Wait a minute.
That's never
this
happened
isn't
in
a-
my spin the bottle.
This isn't a fun family frolic.
No, it's like, oh, you could have done that at spin the bottle.
It's like Nickelodeon when they get like slimed.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like blood just flying out. It's like a sprinkler.
I
Just-
love when movies do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love when the guy's like, it's not because they took the knives out and they were tapping the wound and they were supposed to gather the blood, and one of the
they
guys
got
was like,
chalices of blood.
yeah, and the guy's like, it's not working at my end.
Well, yeah, and then it finally comes out, and they're like, "Oh, that was the boner blood."
Then it,
Yeah.
it gushes out like a big stream.
And
And
then
that guy keeps getting sprayed with blood.
Yeah.
Which is actually very
he
funny.
goes, "Come on!" And then I like, "Why don't you have a shirt?" It's like no one would give me a shirt, but that's
Now
later.
let me ask you guys
You
a
like
question.
to jump.
I just
at-
because you said he kept getting sprayed.
At
Someone did.
this
so sign.
juncture, though, I have a question.
Yes.
Was anybody not bothered? That's not the right word, but was anybody just given pause by the fact that, wow, we are way into this movie before anything happens, like that? You know what I mean? Like, you know how like we talk about, well, if you're gonna be that kind of movie, you should do it kind of like early on, so we know what this kind of movie is.
Yes,
No.
And I'm not
no.
saying this. I'm not criticizing.
Right.
I'm just asking a question.
Well, oh.
Because I did think of that. Like,
Yeah.
wow, we're like 20, we're almost 30 minutes into this movie.
I would say maybe for a different movie, but I think with the style that this movie was trying to do, a lot of those early movies that we were talking about, like early 80s movies of this type, whenever they do something like that, like it takes them a while to set up. They take their time setting the table. So I don't think it was as egregious, but maybe it's also because we knew going in that it was a horror movie.
Yeah, and I like that it kind of
I'm not sure. It just didn't feel too much of a left turn.
No,
You know?
no, yeah, no, you're right. I guess I'm sorry. Hang on. Hold on that thought, please. I just thought maybe because, like, if you'd like Ready or Not, which is a movie I hope someday we will cover.
different filmmakers.
No. I was going to say, though,
Got him.
that setup is very fast.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that later.
No,
but
It
anyway,
was so
go on.
elaborate,
No, but
though.
I kind of it goes back to kind of what Frank was saying about how it's like building the bond
Yeah.
between that and I think for this time I think because like I said you had so many callbacks, everything that it should did come back, and I feel like I kind of like when films do this. This is a crazy example, but kind of like total genre change, which takes maybe an hour or 40 minutes, is like From Dusk Till Dawn, where it's like
It's two completely different movies, yeah.
I kind of always like, if done correctly like this, I always appreciate
Yeah.
like the second act genre flip.
Yeah, I think because of how shocking it was that all of a
Yeah.
sudden he got two knives put in his brain, you kind of forget the setup, at least for me.
Yeah.
And you're kind of now excited about what's going to happen. You're kind of like curious. It's like, what's next?
You're
Yeah,
sick.
I feel like if you knew
No.
too early on, like it had scenes where he was like hanging out with her, and it would cut to her like telling her friends, "Oh, remember we got to go to
Yeah.
their house." I feel like I wouldn't
Yeah.
like it as much.
You're
I kind of
anticipating.
yeah.
Okay, so my response to that is I agree with you. For me, it actually worked really well. I was just curious how
Yeah.
it felt for everybody else. If I didn't know the genre I was watching, it would have really blown my mind.
Yeah.
Like knowing,
Same.
because we're doing a podcast, so I know I'm watching movies that are going to, I would have gone, whoa!
It
Someone-
was misleading. Yeah.
Someone else is
Very.
going to get
Yeah.
their mind blown towards the end.
Yes, they are, and we'll get there. So we have this moment. The kid's reaction is, of course, what the F?
Natural.
And and then
As
we
one
see
would.
this whole like filling their chalices with blood, and we're getting this whole like, oh, this is what we're actually here for. And then chaos ensues. The kid, I guess, reveals himself.
They need two blood.
He runs back and tries to pretend like he's asleep.
Wait, was there a description of the book before that though?
Yeah, she talks about the book. She's like, "Oh, this is the only one of its kind."
And you gotta put
like
the
this
blood.
is it. She's got the blood of the innocent or something, and then the blood. I don't know, like some pure or I don't remember exactly what they call it, but like they basically
needed the kid's blood.
Yeah, they needed the kid's blood, and they needed the nerdy guy's blood.
And it was supposed to be dripped onto the page while they were reciting the verse. Yeah.
And they'll
get whatever they wish for.
Yeah. Well, they just say they don't say exactly yet. They
That's
just say they're
freaking said.
Yeah, they say they're talking to the devil or something. Yeah, making a deal.
That's not what she said, but okay.
I know that's what you said, sorry. So then Cole calls 911. He calls 911. He explains what's going on, and then he hears them coming upstairs, so he hides in his bed.
I'm so sorry. So when they go into the bedroom to get his blood, he pretends to be asleep, yes.
Yeah.
They get the blood, and he's afraid of needles, as it was recalled in the first scene.
Right.
And then after they got the blood, like you get this moment between B and like kind of like looking at him, kind of like genuine, not concern.
Affection.
Yeah, there you go. Continue.
No, yeah. So you find out she's there. He gets up, and then he sees them, but he doesn't know that B was there the whole time. Oh, because he tries to jump out the window.
He ties his sheets together to get out the window, and she comes back in.
And then you see B, and then I guess he passes out because of low blood sugar. Because he has no blood.
Soon.
He got up too soon, so he passes out, and he now wakes up.
Tied up.
And then you find out that B says that they put a bunch of drugs inside the shot.
But he didn't drink it.
What was the first the first question he asked when he woke up was like, why isn't that guy wearing a shirt? Because the jock was topless.
I love the jock guy. That guy cracked me up, man. I thought he was great.
B and everyone else is unaware that Cole called 911.
Yeah.
No one knows.
But
they are aware that he's trying to cut through his restraints because they have
the
a mirror.
And I like how too Bella Thorne's like, we could see you, and you're still trying to cut.
That whole scene was funny.
Yeah.
I love that scene. And then, they were talking. Did they? I don't remember what was said.
Well, it was just said. They were like, okay, so what are we going to do? Like, how are we going to fix this?
Yeah.
Because they don't know that the police were called yet. Mm-hmm. They were trying to figure it out. And then he tries to cut out. They'll hear the police sirens. They're like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? The police are coming in. Cole screams.
When the police came in and they shot Bella Thorne in the boob.
Yeah.
With a handgun, she flew. And it's like, how did a handgun?
It was like Crouching Tiger.
Yeah. It was like, anyway. And then she got shot in the boob.
It was over the top, but it was hilarious.
Yeah. But then who else? Did someone else get shot? No.
The jock gets the fireplace poker and just...
Which causes the officer to shoot.
And her in the boob.
Yeah.
Right. What happened to the other... there were two police officers, so the one got in the eye.
B slits the police officer's throat. The other one.
Oh, right. She snuck up behind him.
So now they're like, oh, you call 911. And they're like, oh, they're dead cops. What are we going to do? So now they're like, well, we got to, like, kill the kid.
But also she got shot in the boob, but, like, she should have died.
They said she's going to bleed out, but then...
Wasn't it a boob job, though?
No, I don't think they ever... Oh, deflated.
No, they just
I thought it was a boob job.
They said deflated.
I think she said something about it.
It's going to be deflated.
It was a boob job.
It's never... Yeah, and then they're like... And then they can't call... They can't call the cops. I mean, they can't go to the hospital because they could trace the bullet back to the cop's gun.
Did you guys love the title cards when they would freeze into the
loved
title
it.
cards?
With the name.
I thought that was just so clever and perfect for this movie.
It just reminds me of like a Grindhouse movie.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I liked it. Yeah.
I thought it was very clever.
Oh, what was it? Pocket knife.
Yeah. For the win or some crap like that. Now they're on the technical stuff. How did you guys feel about the camera the stuff? Like they had the POV of when the parents were leaving. It was like...
I thought...
I'm not sure I know what you're talking about.
So the parents were leaving to the sad hotel.
Right.
And then that whole scene...
The hotel.
The sad hotel.
That whole scene was like a point of view. Like they were talking into the camera like you're Cole.
And you saw the hands.
Yeah. And there's this shot where like he looks into the mirror because B was coming. He was like fixing himself. Do you remember that?
Yes.
How did you guys feel?
I feel like
Travis?
it was okay. It kind of reminded me maybe Halloween a little bit, but I didn't mind that one. The one that the only times where I thought it was like overdone is when Cole was running.
The
and it
Steadicam.
kind of the Steadicam. I didn't like that. I thought that some of it was overdone in the beginning, like when Cole and the neighbor are talking and like everyone's going in like
I
slow mo.
like that one in the school bus.
No, when they were standing outside.
It was in the school bus.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I thought it was
Did you
okay.
watch the movie
Yeah, I did.
the
Twice.
second time?
No, I'm saying like I'm just saying like other shots like that one's okay, but I'm just saying the only one that just bothered me I didn't like was the Steadicam.
I'm opposite for me. I didn't like the POV. I like the Steadicam.
The POV was fine. I was just
I didn't like that one.
for me
I love
just
POV shots.
for me for the POV I just said this is
In movies.
yeah. For me I was just thinking this is
Where
this
else
is
would you have POV shots?
Oh, you're not watching the right videos.
Like at
Let's talk
life?
about the sad hotel,
Dan,
okay?
Dan, there's a
In life, I
tape
don't
on
like
that one too.
POV.
Dan, so you know we have our VHS tapes. If you find the other pile of VHS tapes that are behind the curtain, no, yeah, but
Yeah,
no,
I don't like that.
I didn't.
No, we're
I
a
didn't
God-fearing
dis-
country.
I
Or
didn't. Oh,
God-fearing what?
we're a
God-fearing state. There's no back.
yeah.
There's no back room in our store.
There you go.
I didn't dislike the POV shot. I just thought it was unnecessary. I was like, oh, like I said, McG. I'm like, this is them trying to be like stylistic for the point of being stylistic.
Yeah, I think it's a little distracting. I agree.
Yeah, like especially those Steadicams. I'm like, we don't need this.
Where are we in the story?
So then the police officers died.
oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
they die.
And
they
then,
need Cole to tell them the police code for
Oh, that part was great.
for
'Cause
all clear.
She was still,
5150.
Yeah.
yeah, because one of the police
Which is
officers
not actually
radio.
all clear. That means you got a problem.
No, that's
the-
what she's lying. Because then B says, "Oh no, you're lying because you turned your head."
Yeah.
Anytime you turn
She
your
knows
head,
him so well.
and which I thought would come back at the end again. The lying with
The
turning
end
the head.
or what?
I thought like, oh, he would maybe finally
Stop.
lie. Yeah. Sorry. Go on.
So then he finally said, no, it's 10-4. And then the jock said
Exactly.
10-4. And they're like, cool. Oh, 10-4 gonna go get food or something, right?
It's,
Yeah.
it's
Right.
7, code 7. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, enjoy your In and Out,
There you go.
which is
I
another one of the
will.
videotapes behind the curtain. But anyways,
Did you guys
Ba-dum-bum.
ever watch In and Out?
That's
That
what a
movie?
hamburger's all about.
No, what? There's a movie called In and Out.
Why is there a movie called? Is that a porn movie?
are you thinking of
No.
Good Burger?
Yes, but also
no,
no.
what? It's like in the
That's what I said.
in the
Not Good Burger.
in the late 90s. It's about this guy who
Welcome to Good Burger.
I'm with a
Who
Good Burger.
can't-
Oh wait,
Have a good burger.
Is it
Can I
is
take
it the
your
one
order?
with the one about the teacher?
Yes, it's Kevin Kline and
Yes.
Joan Cusack.
I love
Oh.
Kevin Kline.
I have not
Yeah.
seen it.
In and Out. So he has to come. He
Oh, this is
Can't-
when he plays. He's gay and
Yes,
he makes smear.
yes,
Is
yes.
everybody gay?
Oh my God!
It's a great line.
I think it's another movie. I was thinking of
Y'all
the
are
Kevin.
making fun of me.
I was thinking of the Kevin Kline movie, which I haven't seen, which I think came out a couple years
Flubber.
after.
Oh.
No, that
I
it-
thought the movie was called Out. It's
Wild
called
Wild
In and
West.
Out.
and
no.
out.
I think it was Kevin Kline, the one where I'm gonna spoil it. The one where like
Fish Called Wanda?
No, he goes to work because he wants. I think it was Kevin Kline. The
Okay,
one where
just
he
say it.
the one where he goes to work and he wants to like and he
Does he go to work?
his
Oh my
plan is gonna shoot up his workplace, but
Isn't
then
that Belko?
That's hilarious.
Isn't that Belko?
no, his plan is going to shoot up the workplace, but then some other guy at his work decides to do the same thing, and he ends up killing him. So he ends up saving the day, and then
You
his
just ruined
life.
the movie for
no,
me.
it's right in the his life ends up being good.
Kevin
and then,
Kline?
Yeah, I think
That's-
so.
that's
It's called
In and
Office
Out.
Space.
no, and then,
In
and then
Out
you
is
find,
a-
and then you find out at the
is a-
end. You
Is
find
a
out at the end.
gay
it was,
guy in the
yeah.
closet marrying Joan Cusack.
Frank,
Yeah.
so you
Is
find out,
everybody gay?
you find out
Were
at
you
the
talking about Wild
end.
Wild West?
No, and then and
Dun,
with the mechanical
dun, dun,
spider comes
dun,
in,
dun,
the
dun,
mechanical
dun, dun.
spider. So and then you find out at the end that it was all like him
A dream.
imagining it, and then it cuts back to him with his desk, and then he just decides to kill himself.
Okay.
So you're talking about Clerks.
That does not sound like a good movie.
I think you mean
I didn't
Clerks too.
see it
Yeah.
Then why did you tell us the whole
because
entire
I heard
plot?
about it. George, I know you listen. Please tell me the name of this movie.
Please comment down below. The
Yeah,
name of the
comment
movie.
down below the name of this movie.
Let's get back to the movie we're actually doing today is called The Babysitter. And I think we're somewhere in Act 2, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm
the
so
cops
lost.
are gone.
Oh,
They
we
wanna
are
get
just
yeah.
in Act 2 then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Cole ends up getting free from his restraints, runs back up to his room, and gets chased.
What I hate. And I know what you're gonna
tries
say.
to jump out the window
I
with
know
his
what you're gonna say. So he gets out of his restraints, runs past the open door, goes up the stairs, and my first thought was why? But then you pop up, you're like, well, there won't be any movies if they run out the door.
I mean, and I actually said that to myself out loud when he did that. I said, really? Upstairs? Well, I guess that's why we have a movie.
And then it happens again, but we'll get to that later. Continue, please.
So he gets up the stairs, and he gets chased by John, who
Jock John.
Yeah.
No, not Jock John. Is it Jock John?
No, other Jock.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bloody John.
Yes. The one who keeps getting sprayed with blood.
Yes.
So when he
that
gets
so
up to the
much.
top, he Cole pushes him and he lands on like a
An award.
like he steps onto like a
Toy
like
car.
a toy car.
Yeah.
Doesn't he get
falls off the banister
through the
yes.
throat? Yeah.
And he gets a trophy through the. That looked gross, but it was also cool.
Just pierced.
And that's when you find out that Cole is the final girl in this movie.
Yes, final girl.
Yes.
Why
But then-
is it though?
Oh,
Not to get off track, but
find-
I want to because
find
you
out?
brought it up.
Kevin Kline is not in this movie.
Yeah.
It's
What?
Christian Slater.
How did you?
It's-
Heather.
Yeah, it's
And it's
Christian,
called Heathers.
No, Christian Slater and William H. Macy. It is called.
Mystery Men.
He Was a Quiet Man from 2007.
Never
The
heard
fact
of
that
it.
you
That was
got
recent.
Slater and Klein confused. How
I heard
dare
about
you?
this movie. I didn't see it. Do you know how my mind works?
Isn't it interesting how moving away from whatever that movie was called?
Yeah, let's
Falling
move
down.
away.
Is-
Michael.
Isn't it interesting how in
Isn't it
horror
ironic?
movies or
Ironic.
slasher movies or whatever you want to call this movie, when it's sort of comedic based, well, it's not a comedy, but you know what I mean, when it's
It's a black comedy.
when it
you
has
could
a
say.
black
Yeah.
comedy base where the really gross stuff still kind of works.
Yeah.
Like
Evil
like,
Dead 2.
Like if it's like like if it's a really serious like horror movie, that stuff grosses you out. Like you go and like it really. But when it's sort of kind of comedic based, you sort of almost not that you laugh.
Oh.
Well, yeah, maybe
It makes it go down easy.
it makes it go down easier. We
yeah.
kind of go, oh, okay.
To me, I always
just
kind of
so-
I always kind of compare it to it's almost like Looney Tunes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We're watching. It kind
Yeah.
of has the Looney Tunes where it's so over the top and wrong, but it doesn't acknowledge itself and being like, oh, look at this, look how over the top this is. It plays it
That's
straight.
what it is.
Yeah,
It's-
it plays it
but
straight.
It's playing straight, but it's also
Looney Tunes.
very aware that it's going.
Yeah.
It's going over the top, to where it almost becomes not funny, but it almost becomes, oh, this is just crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
like the only.
You're not scared.
I
like,
agree.
Yeah,
the-
you're not scared. That's a great way of putting it.
Oh,
You're
I'll
titillated.
say it later.
Wait,
I'll say
that
it
was the
later.
wrong word.
Titty, yo.
So he gets his moment with the trophy, and then what happens? We're now. Well, the whole thing is now.
Now that
it's
he's being
just-
chased
It's
by
just
characters.
what's his character's
It's like
name?
Mad Max.
It's
And then-
cool.
What's
And then
what's
Cole
our main
gets-
character?
Cole gets chased
He's
by.
just running for his life, man.
At this point, he gets chased by the jock.
The jock,
And
yes.
I love this part.
No, there was a
absolutely
scene before that.
love.
Okay,
There
what's
was
the
a scene
scene
before
before
that.
He does get chased by the jock back to his bedroom, and that's where he jumps out the window.
That's
oh,
right.
and then
He
okay, and then
ties
the other
sheets.
Yeah, and then
Yeah. So he jumps out the window, and he gets chased by the
The yuck.
no, not the yuck. The yuck.
The artsy
Jesus.
girl-
The
the-
artsy girl.
Oh, right. Underneath
Into
the
the
crawl
crawl
space.
space. Yes.
Okay, am I the
Now he's in the crawl space,
With
and
the-
there's rat traps.
Wait, but he has
It's a metaphor for being reborn.
Can I-
Incarnated.
when you're done with your thought, I have a comment.
Well, he has a bloop,
like an
a-
aerosol bottle,
Right, but then a bug spray, and then
Yeah.
he has a.
little firework.
A
Thank
firework.
you. That's all.
So I have to say something
Okay.
because this was a very false note in
Oh.
this moment in the movie. So we had our house remodeled many years ago. We had our kitchen like blown up to our floor, ceiling, everything like completely remodeled. So when they were doing that, I went and bought rat traps because I didn't want, I was like, oh, do we have rodents in our house? Are they gonna? So I started setting traps down in the
Crawl space.
crawl space, and my contractor comes in, what are you doing? And I was like, well, I'm setting traps for rats. There aren't any rats in your crawl space. The rats are in the attic. If you have rats, they're above you. They're not down below
Dan,
you.
Jaws 2.
And I was like, really? Yeah.
Why is that?
Because the rats they're up above you. So
as above.
Based on
So
that,
below.
that was a very false note in the movie. Crawling in the crawl
And-
space, and
and
there were
the-
rat
and the
traps.
tarantulas,
Okay,
too.
Dan, you know
the
what?
tarantulas, that
I-
was weird.
That's
There
gross.
are no tarantulas down there.
Well,
But I liked
oh.
it because that was cool.
Sam, so what happens?
You happen.
No, so he ends up
Wow,
he ends
Mom.
up firing the firework.
happened.
He ends up firing the firework, misses.
Yeah.
So she knows he's down there. They have a little fight. They go running out. He traps her in the crawl. He traps her in the crawl space. But at the time, she's stabbing at him, and he sprays the bug spray, and then boom, it explodes, and she says, "Oh, I'm still alive, or I'm burnt," which reminded me of the scene in Austin Powers.
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
oh my God! I'm very badly burnt. Can someone give me?
No, it was down. Oh my God! I'm still alive.
I'm still alive. You shot me.
That's so
I was
funny.
totally thinking.
No, it's not. It's not funny.
so-
It's not funny, Sam. I'm sorry.
But, and Dan, you're saying that crawl space thing is unrealistic. So okay, so we now
I mean,
had,
I really liked it. Don't get me wrong.
We had all the people screaming. We now have an explosion in the house. I gotta say, those neighbors just.
Yeah,
I'm expecting
out
every
cold.
neighbor close the curtains, and we're like, I'm staying out of
No,
this.
they all took shots from B.
Yeah.
Knocked out cold.
Yeah, they all. Maybe they
You're
picked
right.
up.
The
Maybe
neighborhood,
they picked.
they were all out for the
Very
evening, I
quiet.
guess.
Yeah,
The
they-
only one
no.
alive or awake was the neighbor girl.
Yeah, they're
Melanie.
the only ones that came out at the end. That and the bully kid, but like.
Oh, the bully kid.
Yeah,
So that-
everyone else, like, I was like, oh, yeah, I guess they're not coming out. Unless B was like, hey, she picked the weekend that the rest of the neighbors, like, went out of town to a convention.
the sad hotel.
They all went to the sad hotel to fix their marriages. Okay,
Orgy.
so now
Lots of hand jobs going
now
on.
She gets killed.
That's when the
Now
jock
Jock
shows
comes
up.
back.
I love
The
Jock.
Jock.
I love that Jock guy scene, man. I love how in the middle of the chase, in the middle of him wanting to do him in, he actually like talks him up. You got to go take care of that guy.
Yeah.
Nobody should
The
talk
bully.
to you. I thought that was so clever,
And then they bring-
so funny
and
that
then
he
they-
would do
oh,
that.
Yeah.
And then
It
they
was
bring
cute.
and then
I
they
liked
bring
it.
back your favorite movie. The one that they were watching where he's like, you got to stand up for yourself. So he tells the bully, he's
Billy
like,
Jack, man.
yeah, Billy Jack is
Jason
like,
takes
I'm gonna,
Manhattan.
He totally misses him.
it's like, no, he hits him, but it's like a weak little hit, and he just punches him in the face.
But then he was like, "You gotta help me. There's a killer in the house."
He's like, okay. He's like, yeah, you know, if I let you die, who am I gonna bully? Let's go. And then he like reaches for his out. He reaches out for Cole, and then when Cole reaches out, he's like, just kidding, and cracks an egg on his
I was
face.
waiting for him to get his head blown off.
Yeah.
The bully?
Yeah.
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 I thought he was gonna
That
get
didn't
involved
happen.
in
I'm
more
okay
than
with the bully living. I'm
Yeah.
okay
Yeah.
with that.
Oh.
So the bully
Did he
now
live? He
leaves.
did leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. he
And
did
then
live.
and then the jock comes back. He's like, you talk too much.
Yeah, I thought that whole sequence was actually really clever. In the
Yeah.
middle of this kind of movie, that they actually took that turn
Yeah,
for like
'cause-
Yeah.
5 minutes to sort of have
I-
fun with a different way of
'cause
doing
I love
things.
the
Yeah.
banters.
Really
The banters in
right,
between
and to
them.
me, but to me it
Love.
worked. It was like it didn't. To me, it didn't step outside of the
Yeah,
movie.
it's
It
a nice
was
little
right
break.
in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, because typically when the character like, okay, go get help, they'll leave. Like you said, the kid will die.
Yeah.
Like something always happens, they pursue him, but it's like, no, he just left.
Yeah. Because all this is unrealistic, so
Yeah.
you kind of accept it.
It had
Yeah.
a very
self-contained.
self-contained, but I was gonna say it had a very like maybe like if he'd have woken up in the morning and this whole thing was a dream, I would have almost gone, okay, I can buy
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It
And
almost had that feel to it, like he's
Yeah.
he's in a crazy nightmare right now.
Or
Yeah.
it's that he wakes up and then he goes to sleep and his parents close the door and then you see all the characters like still in the room.
Yeah.
Now they're all
I-
there.
I
Like,
could've
oh no,
bought
we're still
that.
here.
Sleep paralysis.
Scream and then,
Hey, demon.
What's up?
hey, it's me
I
again.
knew that treehouse was going to come into play, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
How
I said,
they set that up at the
everything.
beginning. You knew that
so
was
they're
gonna
at the
come into
treehouse.
play.
What happened? So Jock now is with Cole, and they're on top of the treehouse. They're taking steps. We hear boards
Oh.
creaking.
Jock, it didn't turn out well for Jock.
He became a jock strap.
Yeah, he got caught up in that rope
That's
and
not
hung
how they
himself.
work.
I don't know.
I don't think
they
you've ever had one, but
I've
like, that's
actually,
not
I
how
will
it
say,
works.
I've never worn a jock strap. I don't play sports.
It is interesting though how through all those three sequences of Cole surviving these three, that somehow it's B, right?
Yeah.
She just sort of
Oh, because
disappeared through that entire.
no, it explains
three
why.
when?
Because B was taking care of the cops and in the cops' car.
Oh,
She was
cleaning up?
She left. She went to go hide. Yeah.
went to clean up the mess.
Yeah, she went to go clean up the
Well, then
mess.
she shows up
She shows up. Yeah.
for the big finale.
Well, before that,
Oh, sorry.
so the guy, the jock got hung.
Yes.
And then
also he
was
got
hung.
hanged.
He
Yeah,
was.
he was hung and then he was hanged.
hung,
Yeah.
Then he got
Yes.
hanged.
Yeah, he got
He was a hung
He
hang.
actually had
he got hanged because he's
Dan,
hung.
He actually had reduction surgery.
Which hanged him up.
I don't know if you've ever heard of that, but okay.
Oh, I've heard of it. Heard of it.
Okay, anyways.
Please help.
Bartender.
So, okay. So Cole miraculously gets saved by his neighbor girlfriend, Melanie, who, out of everybody else, had heard the ruckus, let him in, and then...
Because she's precocious.
Oh, we forgot about Melanie's dad.
Oh, my
Why
God.
do these sweet girls have these douchebag dads?
The
Like,
midlife crisis dad with
He
the
thinks he
sports
has the
car.
cool car.
sports car dad. He could have died. I'd have been
Oh,
okay
I
with
would have been
that.
fine. With the way he was, like, telling her to get in the car. And then he was like...
Yeah.
She's like, oh, can you give Cole a ride? You're fine, right? Take the bus.
Your parents expect you to take the bus? Yeah.
Yeah.
Then let's not change that.
Cole's like, I wasn't even asking for a ride, but
And
okay.
he like revs and it,
Yeah, so then she's in the house, or they're in the house. And then
B shows up.
B shows up in the frosted glass, and then the two kids run away, and then Melanie's like, she can't come in. You locked the door. And he's like, I sure did. And then B opened the door. He's like, I didn't lock the door.
And she's got a shotgun.
yeah.
And she's
So
got a
then
shotgun.
they get away, and then we meet now Bella Thorne.
With
She's
her
still alive with her
bleeding boob.
uniboob now.
But she's pretending to be dead. So he's back
Oh,
at
yeah,
his
yeah.
house.
That part actually freaked me out.
Yeah.
Because he was like checking for her breath, for her signs. Nothing. And then I was expecting
Yeah,
her
I
to
was
open
too.
her eyes.
I was too.
Yeah, but nothing happened. But then you see in the background, she was now gone from the couch.
That was cool.
That was cool.
So she comes back, and I can't. How dare you? You know, what are you doing? He's like, no, I was just seeing if you were alive. Yeah. And then she's like, and then she starts saying like, oh, like I can't believe it now. Like, no, she was saying that earlier. Like, no one's gonna want to be with me now.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, no one will take me serious in the
And he was
career
like,
I want to be in.
no.
What do you want to be? I want to be a journalist. She's like, oh, but you're still beautiful. And,
Like, really?
and then she's like, so we're saying we can all get away from this? It's like, yeah, let's go. And she's like, you think I'm not dumb? And then they try to fight. He reaches for the knife in the
Dishwasher.
in the
That was the
dishwasher,
dad.
and then and it's like, oh,
It's called
wait,
the setup, Dan.
yeah, and then she's like, oh, my dad must have moved it, and then it cuts to Dan's
Dan's favorite
it cuts
scene.
to a flashback. No, not a flashback. It cuts to the motel where the parents, they're doing the
sad
thing.
motel.
And then she's like, and then the mom's like, oh, don't put the knife in the dishwasher. Like,
That's the handy. Oh, that's
yeah,
what you
during
got.
the handy.
The
That's
handy.
the handy moment.
The
Yeah,
handy
was not a
moment.
very
the
handy
knife
moment
board.
for Cole.
And then,
It
so
was
guess what?
such an odd moment in the
Yeah. So she reaches
in the movie. Yes.
So Bella Thorne then reaches for the knife, gets it, is coming forward, and then boom.
She gets her mind blown.
Yeah, she gets her mind blown. And then B is like, oh, I always thought she was so annoying.
Explain that. She gets her mind blown.
Well, we said boom. So B shoots, her head explodes. And
Why?
then because
Explodes.
B fires a shotgun.
There you go.
And she's like, oh, yeah, sorry. And then she was like, oh, I wasn't aiming for you. I was trying to scare you. And then Bella Thorne was in the way, but I always thought she was annoying anyways.
Right.
Aww. I
Cute
mean,
moment.
how dare you?
Oh.
So then they do this thing now where now B is telling Cole, we can just tell everyone that all these other people broke in and you and I are the only survivor. We can work together. Don't worry.
And they have a flashback
Yeah.
of a setup where they were both running away from.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So they cut to that, like, them getting away. And then you find out now that B's character used to be really scrawny and kind of nerdy too, and not confident. And I guess you find out the reason they're doing the sacrifices and stuff is because they can get anything they want. The wishes. So you find out that B's wish was to become super hot, be super confident, and she wants to keep that forever. So you find out this is not the first time she's done this. She's been going to different towns, tricking kids,
And that's where
befriending
Cole
kids.
is questioning if all of their bonding was genuine or not.
Yeah.
Right.
Which again helps with the setup in the beginning.
And that's when you find out she is the babysitter.
Yeah. So
And that's the end of that.
I'm sorry, what? What did
now
you just
she's
say?
the babysitter.
Now they're babysitting.
Now she's the babysitter.
Now she's
So
the
then-
She has
babysitter.
become
So
the babysitter.
to get away from the shotgun, Cole then sets the book on fire. And B's like, no, goes running, is trying to put it out. Cole goes running, goes across the street, grabs the douchey dad's muscle car. We hear Queen start playing. He rides the car now. He's getting the
10
flash.
and 2.
Yeah, 10 and 2, because it's showing the flashback of him
With his
when he was
dad driving,
not wanting. So
which
guess
was
what?
a setup.
He's driving now. He goes towards the car. The car does like a barrel roll, like in the air, flying.
Like from
and-
Smokey and the
yeah,
Bandit.
Smokey and the Bandit. No, it's not even Smokey and the Bandit. It's
Hot
Fast and
Wheels.
Furious. Oh.
no. I was gonna say
Same thing.
We're
The
talking
Dukes
about
of Hazzard. The Dukes of
Right,
Hazzard.
Dukes of
Yeah.
Hazzard, right.
Dun-dun-dun. It's gonna freeze from those Duke boys. So it crashes into the house.
Lands on B.
Lands on B.
and then we have a whole B and Cole scene.
Yeah, because I guess you find out. We should have brought this up because it's kind of important. So you find out.
Well, let's
that,
bring it up now.
Yeah, that Cole had asked B when they were hanging out, hey, if you can pick like 5 sci-fi characters to go on like a mission with, who would you pick? So earlier, B had listed out all her characters, and Cole didn't. So then B now asks Cole, like, oh, you never told me. And Cole's like, oh, it's because you never asked. So Cole lists out all
Rude.
his characters, but the last 2, he's like, oh, and the last 2 characters are Cole and B. And then she's like, oh, it's kind of hits her. And that's the thing where you don't know if she was pretending or not, because she's like, oh, I didn't know that you can like
Pick yourself.
pick ourselves. And he goes, oh, it's sci-fi, you can do whatever you want. And you can tell like she's kind of like touched by this. She's kind of like, oh, like, you know, that'll be
Yeah,
fun.
she says, I'm usually pretty good about that stuff.
Yeah. So then she does her Dark Knight Rises She dies, and then all the fire trucks pull up and all the police cars, and I guess you found out Melanie had called the cops.
They arrived
And
just in time.
They arrived just in time, and then his parents arrive at
arrive.
the same time.
You
The
know-
bully kid is there. Like,
With the 2 henchmen.
yeah, the cronies.
You know what would have been really cool for me is that when she got hit by the car when he ran her over and they're having that scene and she's dying, if she would have like withered into this like really nerdy, like what she was before she became that.
That would have been good.
Like a
If
little
we were-
flashback.
Right. No, if we'd have seen her
Like her
become
spell.
Oh, the spell goes
broken
away.
Yeah.
and gone away, and we'd have seen her like that
Like
again.
her
That would've been
Cinderella
cool.
moment.
Before she
Well-
died, I thought that would have been really like
I agree.
sort of a Raiders moment where she just turns into dust because
Yeah.
that's not what it was. It was that she wasn't this hot chick; she became this hot
Good
chick
Rob
because of her
Schneider movie.
deal with the devil, and now it's broken.
Yeah, the
And
devil's
now
coming
you
because the devil's coming to collect.
Right now, you see her as the nerdy, ugly,
true self.
pimply girl or whatever whatever it would
Yeah.
be.
Or she turns back. She was like the neighbor girl the whole time.
Aw.
Like the person across the
Oh,
street.
look, I see what you're doing there.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like that would have been really cool. I think.
Yeah, I think it
I
would have
felt
been.
like that's like a moment that we missed out on
Yeah,
because
well-
when you're doing a deal with the devil, you got to have that moment,
Yeah.
right? Am I wrong?
I mean, I've never
I
dealt
mean,
with the devil
I
before,
didn't really
so I
think
don't
I
know.
don't know, Dan. You tell.
I didn't think about it at the time, but now that you're
Well,
doing
I
that,
have
I'm
a
going.
question
Oh yeah,
about
that
that,
was maybe
though.
a beat that was
And-
missing.
And listeners, who's ever listening,
Minor.
yeah, who's
Minor
critique,
beats.
by
who's
the
ever
way.
listening
Minor.
can comment and let us know, because I'm actually not gonna look it up. So my whole thing about that, Dan, is so at the end, you know, everyone's there. His parents come running up. They're like, "You're okay. You're okay. We're so sorry." And oh yeah, it got cold in here. It's snowing.
The
And then-
devil's here.
Yeah, and then so all the police are there, like the bully kids are there, the cronies are like, oh, this guy's actually cool. He killed like 50 people. And then the last line of the movie is he looks at his parents and he says, I don't need a babysitter anymore. And he walks away and he kind of has this like outro music.
The parents are like, what?
Yeah. So my thing though is, like I said, I didn't know. There's a sequel now. Is B like? Because my whole
B's
thing is
back.
like, so
Did
B's back. So
B
she
die
didn't
in
die.
front of us?
That's what I'm
I
saying.
didn't see her
you don't
die.
see her
There's a-
die.
No,
So I don't think
there's-
she dies.
There's an end credit.
Oh, there is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
where
you
When
didn't
did
see?
that happen?
Yeah, they go back to the house. Like the firefighters go into the house, and B's gone. You guys
So
didn't
So
see
she's
that's why the
still
spell's
alive.
not broken.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my thing. Is like I don't see.
Oh, I can show
you guys.
when I was watching the movie, you guys said she died. I didn't see her die.
and-
She just
and-
ran
yeah.
under the car.
And that's
and
why-
walks away.
It's like a filmmaking layman's terms. Like technically, you're supposed to assume that she's dead, but she it's that like last minute scare scream thing, but it's an after credit scene,
Who's
so
shaking?
she pops out
it's
from like
but she's gone.
she's gone from the spot where she was, but when the firefighter turns around, like she like pops up, and then it cuts to credits.
Here,
Oh,
I'll
I
show
thought you
you.
were gonna say she's wearing like a
That
firefighter's
happens
outfit.
in this.
Here,
Yes.
So now they have it set up for a sequel.
See, that's why you didn't see her undoing. That's why I was like, well, you know, I would agree with that, but I was like, but I don't know, you
you're
never
absolutely
see her
right
die.
because now they have a sequel
I
set
thought,
up.
Yeah, Frank, when you're saying, I thought it was gonna be like you see her walking out wearing like a firefighter outfit,
like
and then
The
you
Guest?
see, and then you see like, I was gonna say the guest,
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Interesting.
and then we're gonna play like Paint It Black.
Well, then forget everything.
It's that
I-
or Halloween Kills.
Forget everything I said because we
I already
have-
did.
We got I wasn't even listening.
What you say?
We got
Oh.
sequel meat here.
I have the guest vinyl, and the thing is too, it has all those like Dream Pop songs on it. Dude, you got to come over and listen.
Okay, I will.
Yeah,
Right now.
right
Huh.
meow, right meow. All right, so that was the
That
guest
was that was
2017.
The
Guest?
Babysitter.
Of the guest, the babysitter.
we are gonna do final thoughts.
Yeah, I'm
right?
just saying that's the
Yeah.
end of the movie. So what did we all think?
All right, final thoughts. You're not going last. I'll tell you right
No,
now.
I'll go second.
See, I'm so bossy.
That's what you wanted him to do.
That was my plan all along.
So am I going?
I don't know, Sam. Are
Oh
you?
my
I was
God.
gonna say,
Jump in, Sam. Final
I
thoughts.
can go first now.
No.
I was
Ooh,
saying I read my
actually,
stuff.
No. I don't-
I'll go second.
Go, Sam. Final thoughts.
I actually really enjoyed it. I thought the plot was simple and straightforward, and I felt like the whole aspect of the filmmaking, like editing, cinematography, all that stuff, was so creative that I wasn't bored, and I think it enhanced the story for me. So I had a lot of fun. Nothing was realistic, but I enjoyed it. Nothing took me out. So I will give it 3 bug sprays out of 5.
Was this the first time you've seen it?
Yes.
Nice. You probably said it earlier, but I wasn't paying attention.
No one does. I'm a woman.
What?
I'm glad you said that.
Damn.
I mean, I wasn't thinking it at all.
Damn.
Damn.
Okay.
Now he is.
Who's
I'll
next?
go now.
Travis, since he
Travis.
wants to be
Travis.
second.
Oh, I was just saying because I don't want to go
Travis.
last. So no, I agree a lot with Sam. With
Okay,
Sam.
thank you, Travis. Okay, Frank, what do you think?
Wow.
Payback.
Oh, so you're gonna tell us about how it was from the same directors of Video Not, right?
Oh my God.
I'm probably gonna bring
No.
it up.
So, no, I agree with a lot. Like this is, we've seen this film before. Everyone has seen this style of film, and I feel like I don't. While I expressed that some of the shots didn't work for me, I don't think it hurts the film, and I can't say it's really a fault of the film itself because it's the way the director was approaching it. This is the way it is. This is the package. It comes with it. This is the aesthetic. Take it or leave it. So I don't want to complain. And with that said, too, I feel like the director, like we've seen, this is all his style of films. He does this with all of them. So, maybe, you're just not, if you don't like it, maybe you're just not a big fan of McG or the style itself. I don't think it hurts the film. I had fun with it. It was my second time watching it, and it still flew by the second time. I mean, it's only, an hour and 20
36,
minutes?
Yeah.
It works fast. I will give this one 3 out of 4 people have 3 out of 5
Five.
people have STDs. So now I might have. I was trying to. That was a little forced. I was trying to fit that in
No,
there.
that's good. That's good.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I'll be a little more just. I'll give it like a 3, like a 3.3 out of 5.
That's a lot more STDs.
Yeah. That's 0.3 more.
I will go next. I agree with both Travis and Sam. I had a really good time. Honestly, there's so little to criticize about this movie because I felt like it really understood what it was, and I felt like it delivered. I loved the pacing of the movie. I loved the humor of the movie. I loved the way it was shot, cut. I loved the little twists and turns that it took. I thought it set itself up really well and delivered on its setup. There really wasn't anything that I went, what? And it really played very well for me. I liked the little turns we talked about, the jock scene with Cole. I thought was really clever and fun. I'm really a big Samara Weaving fan.
We've come to find out,
I've become, because I didn't even know who she was. I was talking to Travis yesterday. It's like,
don't make that up.
First time, I was talking to Travis. Was it Travis? Who was
Allegedly.
that? Allegedly. The first time I ever saw her was Ready or Not.
And you weren't ready for her.
And
Ready or Not, you weren't ready.
Come to find that this is kind of her genre. This is her sort of thing, which is kind of fun that she was in Scream 6 as the opening kill. But anyway, I was very entertained by this movie, and I will give it a strong 3 out of 5. Bloody
blood.
No.
Bloody blood.
Bloody boob.
No. Bloody. What do they call it?
Motorboats.
Bloody hand jobs.
Motorboats. I forgot about that.
I can't believe
Oh
I
my God.
forgot what I was going to say.
Blood orgies.
This is 3 chalices of blood out of 5.
Nice. That's
3
a lot of STDs.
full flowing chalices of blood.
Boner blood.
Boner bloods, yeah.
Boner blood. Yes, I very much enjoyed this movie.
Nice.
Anyway, go ahead,
Nice.
Frank. Tell us where
Yes.
we're wrong.
This movie sucked.
Got you all.
You're all wrong. This is a 1.
I have to agree with Sam, but also disagree with Travis and Dan.
Oh my.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I was like, what did I say? I didn't say the movie. I didn't say a lot about it. I don't know what that was.
A lot about it?
It's okay, Travis. Settle down, buddy. It's all good.
All right,
It's all
take
that
Another butter
It's
sandwich
all that
cookie.
boner blood.
All that.
I broke
All that
my
blood's all
battery thread out.
Jennifer, come get him.
That blood's all flowing out of Travis's head now. And where's it heading?
Oh no.
All right, go on, Frank. Tell us why I'm a terrible salesman.
Okay. I had a lot of fun with this. Samara Weaving was great.
Yeah.
Is she in Ready or Not?
Oh, that's the one that the
Radio
The-
Silence guy.
McGee.
yeah, McGee did that one too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Everybody just leave me alone.
It's how
It's
Travis
not,
feels.
It's not personal, Dan.
It's business.
It's just about you.
It's just ignorance, that's all.
It's just you.
She was great. I think the whole cast was a lot of fun. Even Bella Thorne. I don't think she's particularly great, but she was fun in this.
Yeah, her meltdowns were
she
funny.
understood the assignment.
To look hot.
The blood, the gore was all fun. I love over-the-top gore. The comedy hit pretty much the whole time. Even the obvious setups felt nice. Like it was, they were never like insulting your intelligence.
Yeah.
They were just kind of like, yeah, I can see that. That'll come up later. Yeah, I don't know. It's very simple. It just straight to the point. Yeah, it does take a moment or two to start up, but I never noticed how long it took to get to that first kill before.
It's like 40 minutes, I think. Like 30, 40 minutes.
It is. It's like pretty much the entire first act.
Yeah, I
Honestly.
never noticed because it didn't. I was in
flowed,
it.
yeah.
And
Well, you're having fun with their relationship and the setup of the relationship. I only felt it because I knew that this had to be what it
A
was
horror
going to
movie,
be.
yeah.
Yeah.
If I didn't know that, then I wouldn't have thought about it.
As I recall, it was a horror film.
Just
I've
in
heard
my
that.
pants.
But back to
What?
Frank.
Huh?
huh?
Some people
No.
call it premature. I just call it ecstasy.
The Lonely Island, please sponsor us. Annie Samberg,
Lonely
please.
Island presents Roger Garland's here and there.
Presents. Sorry, it was...
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So we're watching a movie, and it's called The Babysitter. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were actually
Had fun.
saying how smart that Travis and I are about our opinions about this movie.
I don't think that was it.
I already forgot. I'm sorry.
So what would you give it?
There was one more thing that I had to say. Jesus Christ.
Superstar.
We were talking about...
Who are you? What do you have?
What were you
You were
talking
talking about
I forgot.
the blood.
I've
and
had too much
It was fun.
liqueur.
Beam.
Jim Beam.
Yeah.
Enjoyed that honey.
Yeah.
Honey.
So okay, let's just go into the
Score.
The score. I'm gonna have to give it 3.75 midlife crises out of 5.
Cry-sigh.
Nice.
Crises. It was a lot of fun. So
The
it gets a boost in that score
Yeah.
for being fun. It's nothing like mind blowing beyond that like initial like nerd kill.
But
it's fun.
you said you summed it up perfectly. It knows exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And it has fun with it.
But I feel like a sequel is doomed to not be as good because we already know everything.
I
So
saw-
there's nothing, you know what I mean? They'll be like, well, we already know that she's dealing
Yeah.
with the
I
devil.
saw the trailer for it because it popped up
It's
after I
already-
finished.
It came
Yeah,
out.
it
Came
did.
out like 2 years ago.
Wait,
2 or
Yeah.
3
the
years.
sequel's already out?
Yeah.
It's called Killer,
Killer
Queen.
Queen.
The Babysitter:
Yeah.
Killer Queen.
And it looked it looked campy, but it could easily go horribly wrong.
Yes.
It's all the same cast.
Yes,
so
Dan,
he's
we
all grown
know-
up, especially, and then the girlfriend or the neighbor, and then the end of the trailer teased B coming back.
Yes, Dan, we know Jaws 2.
This couldn't happen
Yeah,
again.
but another. I don't know if any of you've seen it. Any listeners? Anyone?
Jaws 2?
Comments? No, it's another film. I think I saw it around the same time I watched this, called
Lies.
Summer of '84.
84. Yeah.
Oh, can
Summer
you
of-
tell them who
Wait,
got you
there's
to
a,
watch it?
what's-
Dan.
Summer of '84.
Yeah.
I watched it on my own.
It was me.
No, I told you to watch it.
I know Sam recommended it.
Never
Summer
give a
of
woman
Sam's-
credit.
Summer of
'Cause Dan
42
told you,
is like a
right?
classic
Yeah.
movie.
Okay.
McGee directed it.
1942. No, 1941.
Summer of 42. That's
No,
a
this is
classic,
Summer of 84.
classic- I know, but they took a play on
Who's
Summer
Summer?
of 42.
I don't know what
Summer
that
of
is.
99. I don't
But
know.
watch Summer of '84.
You didn't like it.
I did like it. I said I really liked it.
Oh, I think my other friend watched it. She
No,
didn't like it.
I will tell you off air why I really liked it.
It's fine. You don't have to.
All right. So join us for next
Boy,
week.
nothing like telling the audience they're going to learn something off air.
Well, because
Nicely
it's a, I
done,
don't-
It's a
Travis.
spoilers.
No, it's a spoilers. That's why. But watch. Frank? What's our movie next week?
Mafia
So-
Mama.
Yes.
No.
Mafia Mama.
I am
Yes.
not watching that.
365 days. Next week we will be watching Ty West's
Oh, X.
softcore slasher X.
We're
All
watching.
right, so let's redo that.
Hardcore.
Let's.
I think
Frank,
that's
let's
great. I like when Travis goes, Frank, what are we watching? Keep that in there.
what are we watching? X.
Please,
Mahina.
can I have some
X
more?
Porn slasher.
I like how you
X.
said that in the text. You were like X. That sounds like a porno slasher. And Frank and Sam were like, that's exactly what it is.
You hit the nail on the head.
I can't wait. I'm excited. And not in that way. All right.
You
I'm
would-
Dan.
Excited.
I'm Travis.
Sam.
What?
And that's Frank. And this has been Strangers in the Alps, a slasher podcast. Watch us, follow us,
Anywhere,
listen to us.
anywhere you get your
Share us.
podcast.
Please, please share us with your friends, your enemies.
We want to continue doing this. We have stories to tell and movies to watch.
And we want to keep going on forward. So please, please share us.
Well, you're making us sound desperate
I was
now.
going to say that's a little desperate.
Is it too desperate? Let me
Yeah,
back
let's cut
up
that
again.
out. Yeah.
We really don't care if you watch us or
Yeah,
not.
whatever. Who
Have
cares?
a
Bye.
lovely night. We are out.
I already forgot.
Whatever you're gonna say.
I don't take notes from you.
That's the cue. Please say it there.
I know.